for Britain, episode 258, on an historic day for the UK. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning from Aberdeen.
And good morning for Wiltshire. And we are showing some reverence today because after 4.5 years, it is possible, probable, that we will have an agreement with the EU. Actually, we've only gone down to the wire again. What are you expecting, Peter?
I'm expecting to be some sort of sellout from this side. They reckon they've got about 60% of what they want this side, and they will have given in to Europe in some way, and it's not going to make people some happy. So if you think it's over, it's not over, because it's just they're going to go into the nitty gritty now, and they're going to. I was listening to Mr. Farage this morning, and he was going on about, but he's happy. Nigel Farage is happy this morning because it's officially the split. We're gone.
Indeed. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Hi, John.
Hello.
Right. Okay, and we say good morning to Tish. Hello, Tish.
Hey, Tish.
Nice to see you. Morning to Chris. Hello, Stephen and Peter and John. And Chris is saying hello to Tish, and Tish is saying hello to Chris. Yeah. And John's drinking his beverage.
Oh, pouring.
You got anything to eat this morning, John?
Sorry?
You got anything to eat?
No, just a drink.
Right. Okay. So, what are you looking forward to today, John?
I've got last-minute shopping to do.
Sorry, I meant to say Brexit-wise.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the news at all today, so I don't even know what's going on. Have they made any announcements? No,
they're making an announcement imminently, Peter.
Yeah, imminently. So have it ready to come on so we can listen, because it's vitally important. But the waiting's over. All the hype is over, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be a deal, a historic deal. But then that'll be ripped to shreds probably later on by all the politicians. It was good, it wasn't good. But it's happened. We're now. I think there's been some orders put in for mini submarines to sink the French towns. Get up fresh.
It's entente cordiale, Peter, at the moment. We're on good terms with the French and with the Germans, which has got to be something good. Essentially, our Prime Minister is going to announce today an agreement with the EU, running to some 2,000 pages, which we're all going to read over Christmas, of course, and we should find out the fine detail next week. But it does mean, the major thing it means is there is a trade deal, and there will be no tariffs on goods exported from Britain to the EU or tariffs on the EU to the UK. So we shouldn't have free-for-all in terms of price rises.
Yeah. Do you know, another thing I hope they've got is some reciprocal agreement with healthcare. Like they said, if I go over to Germany and Berlin and I get hit over the head, I'd like to think I'd be looked after, and with my EH1 card, it might be a different name, because the British government did say that if anything happened to me in Germany, that the British government would pay for it. I hope there's some sort of thing like that. These things can still be done. But I also take out insurance too. I've always taken out insurance as a diabetic.
It's as well to do so, Peter. And say good morning to Claire, and Claire's saying good morning and season's greetings to you all. And good morning, Claire, and happy Christmas to everybody, really. It's a distinct possibility as far as the EU is concerned. And good morning to Corinda. So,
hi, Corinda. Hi, Claire. Why don't you throw up a picture of Aberdeen for them?
I will, Peter. I'm halfway through it. All right. Oh. Okay, Corinda. We wish that everything. I mean, they are doing the best. The NHS is supporting you, and I hope they do come through and help.
Okay.
And over to Corinda again.
No,
Now you can say ho ho ho. Yes, it's pretty close to Christmas, Corinda. We're on Christmas Eve. We're broadcasting on Christmas Eve. Right, now I've got to go and find some pictures. Whilst I do that, I'll give you a topic and I'll disappear off screen. And okay, so we're proper. This is, just to confirm, Blabbing from Britain, episode 258. And your topic is Dover. Back in a minute.
on.
Just do you want to explain what's happening and then sort of your take on it?
Has John been watching it? What's been happening?
No.
Okay, well, let me take
Good.
over then, right? Okay, right. So, you know, I use alternative methods to see what's happening. I was watching a live stream the other day, but it's blown out of proportion again. All these Larrys, there's Operation Stack, and there's another operation that they do. And the government were ready for it happening as soon as the French blockade. It was the French. They blockaded it because of this new virus, they said. But who did the hurt? I'll tell you the hurt. The hurt was with the European drivers, hardly the English or British. It was the French themselves. They were stuck here. Now, there was no toilets or anything like that, so they should have had toilets come to the area. The Sikh community have done well. They've been feeding them. And now they're going to get tested before they go into France. But it wasn't a British problem. It was the French that shut everything down. Now, there was reports of one's been arrested, one driver, because they started fighting the police because they were turning them back because they couldn't get into the line until they had the COVID test, which was up at a local airfield, right? And then, so one lorry driver went round and round the roundabout tooting, and a woman came running out of the hotel in her nightdress, giving him what for. And the police should have arrested him because the reason for you have a horn is to let other people know you're there. John?
Well, this is Manston Airfield, which is actually where they built the lorry park.
Yes.
And there are food and toilets at the lorry park. And in fact, because there was the double long queue, they've also put toilets on the motorway as well, you know, portable toilets on the motorway. Yeah. But it's difficult to shout at the French because 39 other people banned us as well. So, you know.
Well, but it was Macron that shut it. It's Carly, I remember.
He may have shut it, but I'm just saying he was one of 40 people that banned travel to his country.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. I don't know that. But basically, you know what it's like. The French drivers and that over here were giving us a hard time. It wasn't us, you know.
No, we didn't do anything, but as John quite rightly said, as soon as we had a second variant of COVID, which spreads 70% more quickly, they took fright and decided that we weren't allowed to go in. And the French said, right, okay, we're not allowing anybody in for 48 hours. And it's quite in their rights to do so, but it's not only the French that said that, as John said. We're an island now. We can't travel anywhere.
Chris, but the Belgians were the first to block us.
But the thing is, it's happened. That was a point. It was always going to happen. The British were ready for it, but in Operation Stack, because believe it or not, I've actually been down in Dover in a lorry. When I worked in London, that was my job. I'd done traffic management, and I've actually seen Operation Stack in action down there because I put out the cones in some of the roads, and so it's there. It's worked well, and basically that's what's happened. But do you know who's the worst? The mainstream media are the worst for blowing it out of proportion. what I suggest you do in future, anything like that, go and look at, put in live media on YouTube or something like that, and you'll see people locally reporting what really is there without having a little point to make live. The day, if you watch Anna Breeze, she does course on live citizen journalism, and what we are doing now is we are having our say. We are doing our citizen journalism. This is what we are doing now.
But only a national news organisation could shows the images of 9,000 trucks stuck outside Dover. That was difficult to say.
Really, in this day and age of drones, they can show you anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's just answer Corinda's question. It's about 76 miles southeast of you. You're the closest to all of us to answer is where is
if you look at the map of the UK, it's bottom right, Corinda.
Yeah.
On the coast. There's a tunnel there that goes under the sea, under the English Channel, goes across to France. The ferries leave from there. That's where people who are not flying actually travel to Europe. Okay. And it's not just people, it's also freight as well. And over to Claire. And, oh, sorry, Chris. It wasn't me. Okay. I have tried to do something for my UK friends. Okay. No,
just Corinda, the cliffs are white, and they made a song about it. There were bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover, but it was an American that wrote it. And guess what? We don't have bluebirds in Britain. Did you know that? You won a quiz with that.
We do have cliffs. All right. Okay. Let's take the agenda as it comes up then. And anything that people want to know, we'll try and answer. EU, UK on verge of Brexit deal. Announcement is imminent. As Peter said, if it's announced while we're live on air, then we will bring the announcement to you. We can't share the broadcast, but we can share what's actually being said. And Corinda is grateful for being told where Dover is. And Chris is saying, yes, the green back the white cliffs. Now, I want to go somewhere local at the moment. Peter and I were on a broadcast by Marco Novo yesterday, joined by his Spanish and Portuguese friends, which meant Peter and I couldn't understand a third of the broadcast. Chris was with us, and you were taken by surprise, Peter, on the broadcast yesterday.
Yes, Chris opened a cracker, and it was a cracker, and I didn't realise it was a beautiful bronze statue of a rat that Chris had got for the show. Really appreciated that. Great.
Brilliant moment. So you're going to adopt that as your logo?
Once I see it properly, I'll do something with it, that's for sure. I might have a competition to name it on Facebook. Maybe.
As long as Roland doesn't win, I don't have a problem.
No, Roland. That's something. I've got a glove puppet. It's a rat. I must get it out. And Ronnie the Rat. That's what I used to call it. David Burrows is in. Hi, David. Long time no see, mate. Yes, I did really appreciate that. Yeah, it was lovely. And once you get it over, or whatever happens, I'll certainly be taking pictures of it and letting my friends know about it.
It's one of those moments that you remember. Yeah.
Cheers, dude.
So we're all speaking English this morning. It was an experience.
I'm sure that Portuguese were speaking about me. But John, I learned some Portuguese yesterday. Do you know what it was? Every so often they would go blah, 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 live stream.
Yeah, some words don't change. It's live stream in German as well.
Mucho, I picked that one up.
Obrigado. Hola.
Hola.
Okay.
Now, where's your Christmas theme today, guys? Look at the effort I've put in. John's frozen. Not half as frozen as me up here. It's cold today.
How's that, Peter?
And are you in a higher tier now, Peter?
Pardon?
You in a higher tier?
You're breaking up, chum.
Okay.
You're fuzzy.
You are breaking up a bit, John. Which tier are you in Scotland, Peter, as far as coronavirus is concerned?
We're the Scottish tier 3. You got to remember that, slightly different from you.
Yeah. Well, over the course of the week, John's frozen. Over the course of the week, we got a tier 4.
Be better refreshing.
Yeah. Okay. And message from Corinda. By the way, you know what I saw on the news last night? Our friend Neil, Sergeant TCS, he was saying that many people in cars are now using Periscope while driving. Why would they do that? I've no idea, Corinda. Hopefully, even though Neil's retired, we'll be back next year with Don't Stream and Drive, and then we'll find out. Sorry, Peter.
No, I mean, I've got to tell you, until all that, I used to have not a lot. No, the camera would be on while we're driving, but that's all stopped now. I only do it when I'm not driving or somebody else driving, and even then, no, I'm not gonna involve them as such. You know, they're not because you look at the camera, you can't help but look at the camera. So that's I'd stopped for me a while back. I could understand some words in Spanish and Portuguese and everything, you know.
And Chris is saying I can understand some words in Spanish and Portuguese from French. The thing is that they're all Latin languages and all have the same root, so you can sort of pick up certain words and understand them. Right. Okay. Is there any new? Oh, wait a minute. I did disappear a moment ago. Is it snowing in Aberdeen, Peter?
Oh, let's see. See what I woke up to this morning. And this is me looking out of the rear of the house. And that's my office where I am now on the left. And this is Aberdeen today. Oh, cold. It is cold this morning. Now, if you look at the houses, just to let you know, these are wooden houses I stay in. And all the streets are named after islands, Scottish islands, and Aberkil Road. And these houses were put up for the incoming oil workers. And I think they're based on the Swedish model. And it was actually hard to get mortgages for them initially, but we do get mortgages for them now, which I'm glad to say mine will be paid off shortly. And that's what woke up. And it was funny because our young dog, Pepper, right, had never seen snow before until this morning. So that was good. So here's a beautiful sight. And looking out of my other bedroom window. And that's a sight. And that guy with the shed there, I'll have to see him because he's got a spotlight there and it comes right out my window. I'm going to have to get him to lower it. But that's the Aberdeen sky this morning. And
is that your front window, Peter?
It's what we call the front door bedroom window because we don't use the front door, only the postie. So that's my front, and I'm looking. Remember the day the aeroplane came over the health board and flew over the Spitfire? Well, that's me looking towards the Spitfire area. And if you look through the tree in the middle through it, you'll see a spire, and I think that's the Woodend Hospital where Sheila used to work. And that's Lewis Road that you see on the left. Another bit is a new feature. And so that's, I mean, I only wanted snow on Christmas Day. Then it can go away because I don't like the snow. It's too cold.
So is that looking towards Langstracht?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. straight onto the Langstracht, down that road, turn right, straight on, you're onto the Langstracht, Joe. And to use it,
the way you go to Tesco's.
yes. And for those that you don't know, it's called the Long Straight, but it's called the Langstracht officially. Scottish language.
Question from Corinda, Peter. Is
Yeah.
Poppy enjoying the snow?
Poppy just loves it. I don't know if she loves the snow. She'll run in anything, to be honest with you. As long as there's a ball, as long as she gets a ball, she sees it. But collies are meant to be out in all sorts of weathers. That's why they've got a good coat in them, you know. But they've both got their coats on today. I think Sheila's just come back, and the little one looked shivery, and she had a neat little coat on, so that's nice. And so it's nice to have them on Christmas Day, the two dogs, because that's all we'll be entertaining, the two dogs and ourselves.
Well, it's sun shining here, Pete, just to depress you a bit.
I hope it's for kids' sake. I hope it's a really big snowfall during the night, and the snow's heavy in the morning, so the kids can see Christmas Day with snow. Because we haven't had it for years.
As we remember it, Peter, in fact, heavy snow is forecast for Devizes tomorrow. Devizes and Chippenham are going to benefit from snow. Over to Tish. And Tish is saying that she's part Hispanic, fluent, and can curse in Spanish too. We don't know whether people were cursing yesterday, but we'll take it as Marco was celebrating they weren't. And we never get any snow in London. And
yeah,
that's a question about Poppy. And we move on from a question about Poppy. What tier are you in? Okay. Right, over the course of the last week, the climate in the UK has changed. Okay, and a note from Chris, Die Lange Straat is the long street in Dutch. Bravo, Peter.
Yes, the Langstracht. Well, there's a lot of Dutch people in Aberdeen, actually. Very good. Well, a guy that I met, I really admired him, 80, he died last year. And yeah, he was a Dutchman in Aberdeen, because we've actually got Shell here, and their headquarters are in London, Holland, and Aberdeen, you know. So we've got a big Dutch community up here, you know. All lanky people looking down on me.
Yeah, it's spelled quite a bit different though from that Dutch spelling, isn't it? It's Lang and Stracht, isn't it?
Langstracht.
Yeah.
I must go and visit Holland again one day. I've been through it before.
Will they let you in?
They'll let me in before. I used to drive through a place called Venlo in the Dutch border, and to get onto the ferry when I was coming home from Germany, you know. And when I come off the ferry, I was on the wrong side of the road. I was on the wrong side of the road. I was a new driver. Stephen, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just I'm waiting my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're in tier 3 in Solihull, but our levels have gone down considerably and then risen a little bit.
To be honest with you, I'm not worried what tier I'm in, because I don't see anybody. I go walking on my walk, and I do a little bit of cycling, and it doesn't matter what tier I'm in, because I'm in anyway.
I mean, we were talking the other day, live, and you were watching the helicopter and the kids, you know, thing, and you said tier 4. I thought, yeah 3 tiers.
Remember that, John? You says, "Oh, I was only tier." I says, "No, there's a tier 4 now." John, you're breaking up, my friend. You're frozen. I'm bloody frozen in here. I'm going to put that heater on.
No, why? I haven't got much going on.
Yeah, your signal is not good, John. You're all fuzzy. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Last week, a new tier was announced in the UK. We've got a problem. COVID infections in the UK rose 57% last week, and action has to be taken. So they brought in a tier 4, and the whole of London and the southeast, and now Oxfordshire and Cambridgeshire are all in tier 4. We're in Wiltshire, still in tier 2, but we're actually surrounded by areas which are in tier 4. So we can all celebrate Christmas Day, but from Boxing Day, everybody's going to be in lockdown, outside Wiltshire, that is. And the problem is that it quietly announced this week by the Health Secretary that this is going to be until the end of April. So it's going to, we're in a situation where we're on lockdown until enough people have actually been vaccinated that we can actually come out of lockdown. So this is the long haul. The next 4 months is going to be the most difficult.
Well, do you know anybody that's had the vaccination yet?
According to the information in the papers, I'm due to be vaccinated between March 2nd and 9th,
Well,
and Angelica in April.
well, I put mine in, and I'm supposed to get it in December because I'm a key worker, diabetic, etc., etc. But my sister's had her first inoculation.
Mm-hmm.
She's a night nurse out in a nursing home who got badly hit with COVID, and so she's had the first one, you know. And it's an awful thing to say, but I can't wait for mine.
I think, yeah, we all want. I mean, if you've had the first vaccination, then you're 91%. That's 91% effective. If you have the second vaccination, it's 96%. So Tony Blair the other day was saying, forget about the second inoculation, just do the first one, because it's only a slight change between the first and the second one.
She likes a Tony Blair. Do you not think he should shut up now? He said he's turning. What do you think?
Ex-prime ministers are always talking. John Major's always butting in.
It should be Slinger Hook.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because you see some on YouTube and you see, yeah.
Yeah. I think Corinda's in level 4, tier 4. Right. Okay. So you're keeping an eye on the news, Peter? I've got the Guardian.
I put on Sky News Live so I can see it breaking, but it sounds off. I'm just remember. Do you want to see a couple of things that I've found from well, not just my area?
I'll take a photograph of screen, Peter, and you may share screen.
Yeah, I'll go and share screen. So what I'd like to do is show you this guy. This is a, hold on a minute. This is a guy.
Hang on.
Chrome tab. Right, there you go. Share. Can you see that?
I can see that. I'm bringing it up full screen. I'm going to switch my camera off, switch John's camera off, and put your picture in picture.
Right. Just to tell you about this guy fascinates me. He's 13 years old. Cole Lamb's his name. I just came across him on YouTube and things. Now, what he can do, he can play music by ear. And there's a thing called Omegle, and he goes on it, and he meets people, and he'll say, what do you want to hear? And they'll ask a song. He'll say, oh, I don't know that one, but give me a minute. And he listens to it on YouTube once.
Yeah.
And then he can play it exact same. And the people are shocked. So I'm going to play a bit of it. Here we go. He's a great guy, 13-year-old. And he knows how to do the internet, that's for sure.
Yes, say anything you want. Okay.
He's not
Right, we're not getting any sound.
following.
Yeah. Right.
I'll just leave it a wee bit longer.
Yeah, we're not getting any sound, Peter, but
Are you getting the sound?
no.
Okay, right, okay. So what he does, I'll just leave it there then. So what he does, he listen. I suggest you look and follow him. He's great. And he'll take any song, listen to it once on YouTube, and then goes and plays it after. So I thought it was great. So I'll get rid of that now. So that's his name. A very enterprising young guy as well. Stop. Right. So that's that one. And as again, I've been looking for things to show you that are only good. So I'm going to do this. Chrome tab, and now let me tell you about this. So let me know when you can see it, Stephen, please.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to come up. Yeah, I think I've got it. Bring it on screen.
Right.
It's on its way.
Okay.
Okay, you're good.
Okay. So this is a £35,000 donation to charities and community groups, thanks to the 7 incorporated trains of Aberdeen. Now, this is an absolutely beautiful hall that all the tradesmen in Aberdeen in ye olden days were the guardians of the city. And they walk up the streets on special days with gowns and everything like that. But their job was to defend the city in any bad time. So, and it's all the bakers and plumbers, and they haven't got a rat catcher yet, but I'm working on that. You know, and this is usually the quite well-known people in Aberdeen, and it's a beautiful place. I've done a couple of jobs for them. So this is them denoting 35,000. So they'll raise a lot of money for charity, and it's absolutely beautiful place. So that's about the only, do you know something? That's about the only good news that I could see in Aberdeen today.
Yep.
And beautiful place. Okay, so that's what I've seen that might keep you happy this year. And I'll stop that and I'll put it back to you, Stephen.
Okay, thank you, Peter. And we're back. Although John's gone. No, he's back.
He's like a ghost.
You're still fuzzy, John.
He reminds me of the Scrooge ghost coming up there.
It is.
I think
Your feed is bad at the moment, has to be said.
I've changed my ways. I've changed my ways.
All right, over to Corinda, and Corinda's question is, what platform? Do you know what platform they're using, Peter?
Who's that?
The young man who was broadcasting.
It's a thing called Omegle. I've never heard of it, but basically, people come on. It's usually young dudes, and they come on, girls, and they meet up, and then you'll say, "What song do you want me to play?" He's very good at Queen, and then they'll ask a song and say, "I've never heard that one." He goes onto YouTube, listens to, then he plays. He's got thousands of people watching him. A very enterprising young man, because he's if you watch him behind the scenes, he's getting mugs and everything made. He's building up. He's a young kid, but they're certainly doing their work behind the scenes to get him known. He'll be famous, absolutely famous one day.
Good. All right, we're on Newswatch. This is an historic day in the UK as the EU and UK sign a deal. After 4.5 years of haggling, we're getting closer to a deal, and we welcome John back. And 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, my internet keeps disappearing, I'm afraid.
Wow.
Okay, we're at the mercy of the internet. We all are from time to time. Okay, so on with the agenda. So Boris is set now. I just want to, we mentioned this earlier, but in terms of what's going on down in Dover, where in order to travel to France, you've got to have a negative test. You can't travel to France without a negative test. French firefighters are actually helping with the testing. And on the other side of the country, Lufthansa are actually flying in fresh fruit and veg. Because
All
otherwise,
those builders, it can be done.
sorry, Peter. Okay. All right. So we are on good terms with our French and German neighbours.
You do realise we're going to look back on this and say, what was that all about?
And the answer is posturing. Well, I don't know about decision. Okay. And for those of you looking to travel to France, if you do have a negative test, then cross-channel ferries are actually running over Christmas, even though it'll take days to actually clear it, the backlog.
Yeah. And if they do get tested positive, they're taking them to an area that can go into a hotel and get looked after.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, that basically the lorries that are on the M20 still can't go anywhere. They've been looked after by charities.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any government involvement really, apart from the odd biscuit here and there.
No, wait a minute. Not that we've known about. Not that they're reported, because John was saying earlier in is it Marsden?
It's Marston.
Yeah, food and everything. You're just seeing the likes of the Sikhs who've done a very good job, who are going to giving people food, you know. So there's certain bits they won't tell you, and there's certain bits they will tell you.
Yeah. Okay. Right, let's take a look at the Guardian then and see if they've got anything. So I'm going to screen share and I'm going to go over to the Guardian, which is, of course, the newspaper that Peter reads every single day.
Wouldn't like the paper with the fire without it.
Okay, so this is what used to be known as the Manchester Guardian, and this is a newspaper I subscribe to. It's centre or left of centre is probably the best description. And they are bringing us the news that Boris Johnson is poised to announce that the EU and UK have reached a deal. And this is where we'll hear about it live. And our politicians are lining up to say, we agree with it. Because I can't think that anybody in the right mind is going to disagree at this stage. It has to sail through the EU. It has to sail through our parliament.
Yeah.
Okay. And back to the front page of the Guardian. And it's all about Brexit, and it's all about COVID-19. There isn't any other news at the moment. The odd piece about the climate crisis, but those are the two stories of the moment.
Why they've got French fighters over here, firefighters.
Yeah. Okay, and we're trying to get the screen sorted. So we are waiting. Let's catch up with the comments.
Linda was asking about Toastmasters. I don't really go to Toastmasters anymore, Corinda. I might go back because they've changed the syllabus. However, all the Toastmasters are stopped. It's online now. They're doing their own individual online, so that nobody's meeting anymore. Most networking, Corinda, is now done live on the internet live, and so that's what's happening now. So if you look up, you can find online Toastmasters. There's some of them out there, you know. It's good to know you're there. It's good to know you're there. It done me the world of good. It taught me to speak my mind.
Corinda subscribes to it. John, is there any news from Solihull? We have a bad connection at the moment, and yeah, John, we're not doing well at all. You keep coming and going and freezing. It looks okay on your end, but we're just getting a frozen picture.
I wonder if John could maybe turn the camera off and just speak. That might help because it's just unworkable. So
Can't
still,
twice, can I?
I'll switch your camera off, John, and see if that makes any difference. But you know, it's better if you do it. If you switch your camera off, and then we'll see how that works.
I've got no issues this end.
No, you can see yourself perfectly. I know that. You can hear yourself perfectly.
I mean, I'm only like 22% processor and 7 memory. So let's try.
Okay. John has shared the screen, which I'm going to take full screen. Are you ready to share, John? This is live internet, Peter, isn't it? This is when
even you're fuzzy today, Stephen, at times.
Oh, okay. It's perhaps just one of those days. Okay, and over to Tish. And Tish is saying, or completely reboot, John. Okay. Right, I'm still waiting for John's screen share. Okay, so I'm going to bring it up on screen. I'm going to turn Peter's camera off. I'm going to turn my camera off. And the end result is that we have a blank screen.
Shame.
So we're struggling, John.
Blank screen.
Oh well, that's it.
I can definitely see the shared.
I can see a picture now.
It's for
All yours?
Christmas. Lewis in Birmingham City in 1980, 40 years ago. Father crowds certainly don't look like that anymore. And Lewis's store doesn't look like that anymore because it ain't there anymore. So, yeah, I just thought I'd show a picture of Father Christmas. The pack.
That was Birmingham.
Yes, Birmingham Centre.
Wow. Certainly changed, is it?
Pillars
Yeah.
that used to be mark the entrance.
Do you know, I even remember the bull ring when it wasn't covered.
Uh-huh.
I've been there.
I think so.
Well, we had a bull ring. It wasn't covered. The bull ring was.
I've got to say, John, that I've got to go with Tish's suggestion of actually totally rebooting, because it's like the comedian who did every other word on the microphone. We can't actually hear what you're saying. Right. Okay. So it's back to me and Peter.
Good. I'm taking over.
Right. Okay. The show's yours, Peter. Show's yours.
You know, it's very hard. So I'll tell you what I'm doing today, just to give you an idea. My men are out working. They're still working away. We're still getting calls in, and I've given their Christmas bonus, and I've got 2 fairly big Christmas hampers for them.
Oh, very good.
And so I'll make sure they get it today, because I've just got to say, these guys have worked really well over this COVID, really, really well. So that'll give me a bit of pleasure today. And another thing, I've been so lucky in this COVID. I've been known to give the odd tenner to people that are looking for money for donations for things, you know. So I'm just, you know, being a tight Scotsman, I'm just letting you know I've been giving them some money. And
that's a caricature, Peter. We're all individuals.
I really, really fear for some people, and that's why I'm trying to be as charitable as possible, because there's people struggling out there. You see, although I'm a Scotsman, I'm 46% Irish in my blood, but I'm not your typical Scotsman. You see, I don't drink, don't smoke, and people aren't used to that. And it used to be funny when I said to people, I don't drink, and oh, you don't drink, you know. So no, I'm not your typical Scotsman. Because I was 61 in January, and I've got to tell you folks, the amount of ladies that come up to me in the shops and say, "You're looking well." I said, "Well, I just can't help it. So I'm going to do a lot of shopping."
If you want to lift your spirits, just go shopping. I can see the benefits of that. And over to comments, and we say good morning to Kelly, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, what have you, etc. So hello, Kelly, and out to Tish, and Tish is saying, before I forget, Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Tish.
Very good, Tish.
And to a previous comment, completely reboot. Yes, I think Johnny's completely rebooting. We've lost him entirely. John's got the best internet of the three of us because he's on Virgin Media broadband and he's got tons of internet. Well, more than you and I put together. But it doesn't mean that everything's going to go smoothly. And we know. But things have got better in 2020 as far as the internet's concerned. Millions of people are actually starting to go live.
Look what happened to me. I mean, I can't help but tell people about Deco, but the only problem I've got is my laptop to my mixer to my iPad's not working, so I can't sing anymore. It's horrible, you know.
The connections, it's just stopped working.
Yeah, it's going into the mixer. I hear it in the earphones, but it's from the mixer to the iPad. So I'm going to have to look at that, because if I'm hearing it from the laptop to the mixer, it tells me it might be the cable going from the mixer to the iPad. But we're working on it later. So what's Christmas for you going to be like then, Stephen? What are you actually doing?
Christmas is obviously going to be different. Normally it would be we cook and everybody comes here, but that's not happening this year. Right. So it would be Christmas dinner as normal, and then I thought I had John a moment ago. I'll have.
Yeah.
Still cooking, but only for 2 rather than 8.
Yeah.
Still turkey. That's all sorted. And then a walk, I think, is on the cards for tomorrow. Yourself?
Sheila and I and the 2 dogs. Sheila, we're having a crown. We just got a crown for turkey. I'll be having mashed, not potatoes, celeriac. What do you call them? Brussels sprouts, gravy. And we're having prawn cocktail before it. And what we've got, and then Sheila's actually looked up a low carb trifle for me, so I can have a pudding, and I'm looking forward to it. I might even open my presents live on the internet. I might do that, and you can see my face disappointed because Santa's been watching me.
John, how's your Christmas shaping up?
Okay. We'll my daughter and son-in-law.
No.
Can you see both Peter and I shaking our heads?
Just gone, mate.
Keeps free.
Yeah. Well, it's not even starting. It's not a question of freezing. It's just we can't hear you. Okay.
You 2 got freezes ahead. I've rebooted. There's nothing happening.
Right. We heard. If we can hear a few words, John, but we can't make sense of what you're saying at the moment. Would you like to sort of do a Merry Christmas to everybody, and then oh, it's gone. All right.
I don't know about you, but I've only got 3 orange bars on the top left.
Yeah, I've only got 3 as well.
Yeah,
but that's
from Be.Live itself.
No, that's basically, it's a combination of internet signal and the quality of the broadcast, which I'm guessing today. I think everybody's broadcasting today. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Everybody in the UK is out there using the internet. We've no internet left, and we're broadcasting. And I think John's totally blank there, so I'm going to remove John.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've got
Right,
I've got to thank you guys for getting me set up with an i7 computer and my deco. And look at me. Look at this. Look at my house.
Yeah. Yeah, Deco has been good. Crisp has been good.
Yeah.
That's two major influences on the quality of our internet and the quality of our sound.
Yeah.
Going over to the comments, just to catch up with the ones I may have missed. So Kelly is saying a PS5, Peter.
No. I used to play games and everything. I don't play games anymore.
I'm the same. And over to Claire. We've broken the internet. Yes, we've not. Okay. Yeah, we've broken the internet. I think this time. I think it needs a rest. I think we all need a break. We all need a holiday. It's been a difficult year for everybody, and we've made it through to here.
Yeah.
And we just got to get through the first 4 months of next year, and then hopefully we'll have things better.
I don't know about you, but I want to visit New York again. I want to visit New York just to see I've been there. I probably go to Paris. I just want to do different, not expensive. I do it as cheap as I can. I just want to get out there and see things, you know. I'm not missing out. I've made that decision. I just need to do these things. You know. I'll tell you what was another good purchase again. What do you call that, headphones that we spoke about? Yeah. What's the name of them again?
Yeah.
Aftershocks. I had them before. I bought them when they were expensive, but what a difference they are now. Some you don't even know that they're on. Yeah.
Yeah. It makes a great deal of difference. I mean, I enjoyed going out with Angelica, delivering leaflets door to door for the Lib Dems, and whilst Angelica was, she was taking photographs as well of the Christmas lights. Yeah. This is a true story. Angelica decided that she would go around in the evening and photograph everybody's Christmas lights, go around the houses, take photographs. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she got all the photographs together, and then she went to InVideo and she created a short video of about 50 different houses and their lights. Okay. That went viral. It's had thousands of views.
Really?
Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
How about the one where
congratulations to
I've seen that one.
Sorry, Pete, I missed.
She stood with cards. Written cards.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. That's not the one. That was a separate one. That was the follow-up, and that was just in the moment. That was a spur of the moment thing. Angelica decided that she was going to do a Love Actually scene for the Lib Dems. And over to Chris, and Chris is saying, the expensive. All right, okay. Chris got the Black Friday deal on Aftershocks. They're expensive thanks to an excellent deal on Black Friday.
Yeah,
John.
John.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. We can see you clearly now.
Difference is I have split.
No, it's going. It was clear for a moment.
Oh, it was great. Do you remember when I used to be like that?
Oh, yes, we do. You're now crystal clear. John, we've lost you again. Right, okay. It's Christmas, and we're going to wait for John to come back. And I'm taking next week off. I'm not doing any broadcasting, any regular broadcasting next week. So you've got the week off next Thursday, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do Do you know what? Actually, this is one of the only things I look forward to. Can you believe that?
I look forward to it too. It is a beacon of light.
It's one thing that I've got set up in my life now. I'll say Thursday. Because my guy sent me yesterday, could you do a job in the morning? I goes, no chance.
Yeah.
I've done £1,000 for you.
Okay. So we're just waiting for John. I don't think there's anything left on the agenda. I think we've covered the main topics. We're still waiting for our Prime Minister to announce a deal.
Yeah.
And I've not seen anything yet. It just says poised to announce. So we're waiting for that. Peter and I will be reading all 2,000 pages between now and the new year.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We just
Yeah.
we'll just listen to the pundits actually telling us what's in there.
You know what I just hope for? I just hope that the countries don't fall out with each other. I really do over it. You know? Because I still want to go over to Germany. Over to Berlin. I still want to do that. Have my insurance. My extra insurance. Yeah. It's a Prime Minister's door. I think they're waiting for him, maybe. I'm watching.
So we're waiting for Prime Minister to surface 11 o'clock. Kelly's saying, dreaming of a white Christmas, but it's 8 Celsius in Sarnia today. We're heading down to 3 Celsius tomorrow, which is good snow conditions. So we'll get the snow here.
Yeah.
And over to Chris. I do like to meet new friends on live streaming. I think that's the beauty of it, Chris. Peter and I have same mind that we meet lots of existing friends and make new friends through live streaming. We've got one it's not old. I've got to say we've got one very old friend we're waiting for, but he's not as old as I am. Waiting for John, which then we can sing you out, or rather Peter can sing you out with a singers out. I can't see a picture from John yet. I'm trying. I think he's come and gone.
Well, wait, it's 3 minutes yet.
Yeah. Right. So if you'd like to put your Christmas greetings to everybody in the comments, I'll show those on screen.
Yeah.
As we end the final show this year for Blabbing for Britain, episode 258. We're just so grateful that you join us on the Thursday at this time, especially those of you who live on the east coast of the United States and Canada. This is, as Peter said, this is one of the highlights of his week. It's also one of the highlights of my week. I mean, the fact that we've been doing this together for over 5 years, Peter, speaks for itself, because we wouldn't do it if we didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell your friends about us, get them in, have a conversation. I mean, I put this out on my Facebook today to come and join us on YouTube and that. And nobody's came. What's wrong?
It's Christmas Eve, Peter. There is a timing thing here. I mean, it is Christmas Eve. And okay. So Paul is saying Happy Christmas. So it's Happy Christmas to every person who watches Blabbing for Britain. And from Claire.
Yeah.
Claire is saying Happy Christmas, everyone. And here's to a good 2021. Thank you, Claire, for everybody. And Kathy. Oh, Kathy. Hello. Kelly, sorry. Oh, I need these glasses sorting. Kelly's saying Merry Christmas. And over to Chris. Great. Best wishes and Happy Christmas, New Year's for you all. Okay. I do get the sense that John is not going to make it back here. He's struggling with his internet, and we all have this. Oh, wait a minute. He was hiding. Let's see if we can get a Christmas message from John.
Keep your fingers crossed.
John, your Christmas message.
Hello.
He's frozen again. Can you just say Merry Christmas? Can you just say Merry Christmas, John? Because we're about to close. Okay. Nope. We're struggling. To Peter, would you like to close the show and say Merry Christmas to everybody?
Well, I'd just like to thank everybody that's joined us throughout the year, which has been a very, very difficult year for some people. And I just wish you and your families, on behalf of Blabbing for Britain, a very Merry Christmas, a safe and prosperous New Year. Now, I've had snow today. I hope we'll have it tomorrow for Santa. So I'd like to sing it out.
Right, we've got.
Can you hear Bing or me?
We heard some of it, Peter. We're struggling internet-wise. Everybody's on the internet. From Blabbing for Britain, episode 258, from Peter, John, and myself. We'll see you in the new year. Have a happy Christmas, as Peter said. Echo everything Peter said. John echoes everything Peter said. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.